Well, hello and welcome back to the channel. Today is NGD, or New Guitar Day, and today's new guitar is from Indio. Yes, this is the Helix model in a purple maple, nice veneer. So while this is your first look, this is not my first look. I spent last evening setting this guitar up because it definitely needed it. Out of the box, it was pretty far out of intonation, and although the action was okay, it was not really playable just because of the intonation issues. So let's take a look at it top to bottom, and I'll give you my initial impressions of this guitar. Starting at the top with the headstock. Really nice design. I love it. I love the indigo. I love the Indio label, and I love the purple. The color just pops. I like it with the black outline, and of course black tuners to match. Issue number one, the tuners on this are hot garbage. The tuner on the D string, I'm going to call it right out defective. It has a spot that locks up so tight you almost need a pair of pliers to turn it. I have ordered a replacement set. I didn't even go back to Monoprice. I should have went back and said, hey, can you do something for me, because this tuner is definitely defective. But I did not. I was going to just order new tuners anyway, so I'm going to go with that. It's got a nut plastic and it's cut in pretty good. Action out of the box was okay. I lowered it just a touch, just for my personal preference. The fret ends were extremely sharp, and I'd spent a lot of time with a file actually getting them down to where they were not painful, and then shaping them and making them look pretty with a small fret file. Fret ends were definitely sharp, definitely needed addressed. The bridge. This is a Wilkinson branded bridge. Wilkinson is a subsidiary of Music.ly or Musical.ly. How do you say that? I don't know. 2-point floating trem. But let me say, setting this up was a bear. Thing about a floating trem, and when it's not quite, the best in the world, it's kind of tedious because you always have to go back and retune every string to perfect pitch before you make another adjustment, because the string tension affects the adjustment. Initially, when you're tuning a guitar like this, or any guitar with a floating trem, and it's new strings or new out of the box, you're gonna get a lot of string stretch. Give it a little time, and it'll come back around. If you put your trem bar in and it's spinning around all loosey-goosey, there's a grub screw hidden back here that you have to tighten. 2 single coils and a humbucker in the bridge. Once the frets were cleaned up, they feel real nice. The action feels real good, and it is just a beautiful guitar, that for sure. Out of the box, really beautiful guitar. I do love the way it looks. I love the way that it plays. I just hate tuning it every 3 seconds, which is what I'm doing currently. So I'm hoping that a strings off proper setup and some new tuners will be the solution to that. I'll keep you posted on it. Again, I'm not a trem user. As far as trems goes, this 2-point floating system is okay. However, it's also contributing to the need to tune constantly as well. Please take a moment to subscribe to the channel. It does help. And if you like the video, give it a thumbs up and hit the notifications if you don't mind. Really beautiful, really fun to play. Great style guitar, decent weight, decent balance. Everything's great about it except for tuning stability. That's my issue number one. So I'm hoping to address that when I do a proper setup.
Well, I just wanted to wrap up this video about the Indio Helix, and just to say, it had some stumbling blocks along the way, but I like the modifications that I did. It made it into a really, really playable guitar that keeps tune perfectly. I picked it up after a week, still in tune. That's what I like. So I'm willing to sacrifice a little wiggle stick stuff for a guitar that stays in tune and sounds great, and this one definitely does. You can use the stick and it stays in tune, and that's okay by me. Upgrades done on the Helix was locking tuners. See, locking tuners. I love locking tuners, just they make string changes so much easier and quicker. And I think that these are just better quality overall. The action on the guitar is absolutely fine. It's intonated fine. And with that trem block in, it goes forward only, backward no more. I love it. After I did the modifications. If you want to pick one up, take a look at the Monoprice website. I'm not sure if they're in stock. They seem to be out as of this date. But if you want one, keep looking. So I want to thank you for watching, taking a look at the Indio Helix with me. And until next time, take care of yourself and peace.